Okay, Sundance owners, we're back again. This is Rick Singh, your houseboat manager. Aren't you excited? I do have some good news to tell you. As I mentioned earlier, if you saw a preceding video, we are up and running with our new power plant. There it is. This is one of the two 6.2s. What I want to do in this video very quickly is just to go over a couple of the fluid levels, which you need to be aware of in checking this before you start them up every time you come down here. So I'm going to jump down in the bay and switch positions with the camera here. And the old man's going to jump in. Okay, so from the front of the motor, we have the yellow dipstick. This is the same dipstick we had on the generator. I want you to pull that out. And I lost my rag. Hang on one second. There it is. Sorry, we're not very organized here. We're doing this a little impromptu. So you want to wipe that rag clean. You can see the striations again. This here would be full, and that is add. That represents 1 quart of oil. If it's on add, that means we need to put oil in it. Now you may be asking yourself, why is he doing this? Because it's a brand new motor. I shouldn't have to worry about that. Actually, to the contrary. Being a brand new motor, this baby's going to use some oil until it breaks in. So you need to be extremely cautious in checking this oil to make sure it's not running low. I'm going to see to it that we have some extra oil that'll be up there in the storage compartment, so that in the event you do need to add oil, you can do that yourself. This is the oil fill mark, or oil fill cap right here, and just it's poured straight down in here. It's not even you don't need a funnel. You can just tip it to the side and pour it in. It's pretty straightforward. So again, the first thing I want you to do is to pull that dipstick, wipe it clean. Now we're going to pull it out and get a nice fresh reading. And there it is. You can see it's wet all the way up to the full mark. See how it's kind of a little sticky there? We're looking for the full, where it covers the oil all the way across the surface of the stick. And that's right there. So we're good. As I wipe it clean, you see it was right there at the striation marks. So that's how you check the oil. Again, when you check on the boat, this is going to be a requirement now, since Antelope Point Marina is no longer doing this service for us. It's something every owner is going to have to step back here and do before you fire these engines, to come back here and verify the fluid levels. This is a brand new mercury filter that just came with a new motor, but I'm going to ask that they date these filters when the oil is changed. So you may have us inquire of you if there was a date on here and what it was. That may be part of the check on and off. I have yet to work that out with the marina. Over here, this is the drive lube. This just tells you whether there's oil available for the outdrive. If you look down here and you can see any fluid, any oil there, then we're good to go. It's not that critical. If you can see oil, it's got a good, the level is good enough to not be concerned about it. Over here is our steering fluid level. And I haven't opened this myself yet, but generally there's a dipstick, and there it is. Just a fine little dipstick that says hot and cold on it. If it's anywhere on that dipstick, don't worry about it. You got plenty of oil. You can see that. There it is. Hot and cold. Okay? So again, if there's any fluid, and you can look in here and see the fluid. It's obviously brand new. It's clean. We had, these motors were out for about 2 hours yesterday. Took it on a test run, and they seem to be running fine. Again, I've said it in an early video, and I'll say it again. These motors have a tremendous amount of torque. So I can't emphasize it enough. When you engage these to start out, be very gentle on the throttle. The harder you hit that throttle, the more torque that's put through these motors to the outdrives, and it can do a tremendous amount of damage over time on the life expectancy of the outdrives, just because the motors are so strong. They're moving a huge houseboat, so be gentle on the acceleration, and that applies to the reverse as well. There's no reason. It's a simple engagement. Push the throttle until it engages into drive, you hear it clunk, and then moving to the throttle slowly. Same thing in reverse. Very gentle engagement and a gradual increase in throttle. All right, I hope that gives you a little bit of an overview of the motors, and at least you know how to check these fluid levels. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or call me, 760-801-6911. I can't emphasize also that it's on us to keep this boat up this year. We don't have Antelope Point doing a check on and off. It's all about us. So if we don't do our part individually, the poor owner that comes in behind you is not going to have a good experience. So let's not do that. Let's work on keeping everybody in a position where they have a great summer. Thanks so much, and we'll be talking soon.